All right, welcome back to Building Dad Bod 2.0. I'm going to show you Tuesday's workout and Thursday's workout. Tuesday was dynamic lower body and Thursday was max effort deadlift day. There wasn't a lot of volume on Tuesday, just two main lifts, speed pulls, high handles with the open trap bar, my new trap bar I just got. So just figuring out the setups on that took a while, and then I went to some SSB box squats, which I changed that up to, going more for speed. So just trying to figure out my setup on there as well. But did 7 sets total of the trap bar speed pulls. I was really happy with this. Set 7 was my best set. Did a way better job of extending my hips through on these ones. But overall, with the new setup, I was happy with how these went. Definitely looking to build speed off the floor to get my deadlift to go up. After that, did 6 sets of speed box squats. So I started at 225. It ended up being, I was moving the bar way too slow. Part of it is I had just one set of bands, but I had them doubled over and too much stretch on them. Basically with bands, obviously they're made to stretch, but when you overstretch them, they just come to an abrupt stop at the top. So next week I'm going to go away from this setup and go back to my old band setup where they're not doubled over. I can tension them at the bottom, and that way you get a more gradual stretch out of them. But I was really happy with this setup. We'll be faster next week with the bands not doubled over like this. So everything in this workout now is going to be based off of maximum speed. Calculating the weights, going with about 40% of my straight bar weight, or that's what it was supposed to be. And then adding the chains and the bands. We'll probably go back to 225 next week and try that, but without the bands doubled up and see where it's at. Just want those to move insanely fast, but still be heavy enough to get a good stimulus. Now on to Thursday's workout. My hip was feeling the best it's felt in a very long time. You can see there's not very much weight, but I haven't moved the bar like that in a long time. Everything just getting into position. That being a grind, getting stabbing, sharp pains in my hip. Hip was a little crampy during this workout, but I wasn't getting the sharp pains. I've been doing a lot of work to rehab the hip. It's paying off, and partly too, I'm working on just getting some different form on my deadlift. So what I'm trying to do is obviously get set up and trying to, I'm rounding my back a bit more, and I'm trying to just wedge my hips under me, get a straighter bar path. See there, 365 moved better than it has in a long time. 408 moved fine. I was happy enough with that. Here's 430. So you see the first one, failed that one. The bar got a little bit too much out in front on me. Readjusted it. Second attempt, 430 moved nicely. That's only 3 pounds off my all-time best deadlift. And that was at 196 pounds. So that was 430 at 182 pounds body weight. Went for 435. Again, didn't move. Second time I got it off the floor, but just couldn't get it past there. So anyway, the goal was to work up to a max deadlift. Did that, and then the plan was to back off and do some speed sets. 264. So this is where I get to really work on hammering home form. So I was chatting with Spencer about it last night during my workout, and sent him some clips, and what he noticed and I was noticing and he was noticing was that on these lighter sets the bar was kicking out front on me a little bit. So what I ended up doing, I usually try to start with the bar mid-foot, but what I ended up having to do was move the bar out right to the base of my toes, and that last rep that was there, and the bar moved straight up and down really nice. So way more efficient pull. Not efficient at all, obviously, when the bar's kicking out front of me and then I have to pull it back into my body as I'm coming up off the ground. So we're just trying to work out all these wrinkles. Obviously, it's going in the right direction. That was a pound for pound PR at 430. So hopefully 440 is on the horizon. I think it will be soon, as long as I can get this form hammered down, and then just keep getting stronger. Then finished up with a set of reverse squats with a crunch with the 100-pound slam ball. I'm really liking this exercise. It's basically like 2 accessories in one. I'm doing the reverse squats, but I'm also getting some weighted crunches in. That's it for today's workouts. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.